Hide and Seek is a 2005 American horror film starring Robert De Niro as Dr. David Calloway and Dakota Fanning as his daughter Emily. Following his discovery of the body of his wife in a bathtub after her apparent suicide, Dr. David Calloway, who is a psychologist working in New York City, decides to move with Emily to upstate New York. There, Emily makes an apparently imaginary friend she calls Charlie. Her friendship with Charlie begins to disturb David when he discovers their dead cat in the bathtub, whom Emily claims was a victim of Charlie. In the new town, David meets Elizabeth Young, a local woman, and her niece Amy, who is roughly the same age as Emily. Hoping to create a new, healthy friendship for Emily, David sets up a playdate for her. Amy is anxious to become friends immediately, but the playdate is spoiled when Emily cuts up Amy's doll's face. After Amy runs out of the house, Emily tells David that she doesn't need any more friends than Charlie. When David invites Elizabeth over a second time, Emily tells her that she's playing hide and seek with Charlie, and Elizabeth indulges her by pretending to look for Charlie as well. When she opens the closet door, someone bursts out and pushes Elizabeth out a second-story window to her death. When David asks what happened, Emily told him it was Charlie and told him where to find Elizabeth. A terrified David discovers Elizabeth's body in the bathroom in a bathtub full of blood, much like how his wife was found. David finds that although he has been in his study many times, the boxes were actually never unpacked after the move. With this, David realizes that he has split personality disorder and that Charlie is not imaginary at all, but that in fact Charlie is David himself. Whenever Charlie would emerge, David was in his study. Charlie was actually in control. David also realizes that under his Charlie personality, he killed his wife and then made it appear to be a suicide after he found her cheating on him. Once Charlie's identity and horrible deeds are realized to David, he becomes completely consumed by Charlie. In the movie, the parallel between the movie adaptation of A Person with Split Personality and the information psychologists have on split personality was portrayed very accurately. Split personality, or dissociative identity disorder, is a mental disorder characterized by at least two distinct and relatively lasting identities or dissociative personality states that alternately control a person's behavior and is accompanied by a memory impairment for important information not explained by ordinary forgetfulness. In the movie, the two personality states would be David and Charlie, while the reoccurring memory is the memory he has of his wife cheating on him. Although at the end of the movie it seems as though Charlie consumes David, the movie gives off the feeling that he would have stayed that way for the rest of his life, when in reality each of the personalities would coexist with each other until you seek treatment.